Hey everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm a support specialist here at NextChapter. Thank you for joining me today. Our webinar today is called Automate Your Firm. So I'm really just going to go over some of the different features we have. A lot of them are just add-on tools that you can purchase a la carte, but some of them are available in no matter what plan you're on, and some of them are available if you're on our Pro Plus plan. They're all different, so I'll go over that as I'm talking about them. But just wanted to give you a heads up that these are some features that will help kind of streamline some of your processes with your firm. So let me get started here. I can just get on the right tab. All right, so when you first log in, this is what your homepage will look like. It shows you all of your recent cases, and then below that, you'll see your NextChapter Notices tab. This is available. You'll see this if you're on one of our Pro plans. If you're on a Start plan, you won't see that just yet, but this is something that is available a la carte, so you can purchase this if you're interested in it. What this feature does is it allows your NextChapter account to receive and store all of your PACER notices. So any PDFs that are sent through notices, they'll be stored here. So first I'm going to show you how to get set up with NextChapter notices. Because although it's available, if you're on your Pro Plus plan, you still have to go through the steps to get your account to start receiving those notices. So first you'll want to go to your account settings, and then under user accounts and invites, you'll want to find your name and then go over to the notices email column, and you'll want to copy this unique NextChapter notices email address, and then you'll want to log on to your ECF account and add this specific email address as a secondary address on your account settings in your ECF account. It's usually under, I think it would say maintain your ECF account. That's usually where I've found it. But you'll want to just make sure this is added as a secondary address and that your account is set up to receive individual notices instead of a daily report, so that we can individually receive all of those notices into NextChapter. So once you have that saved on your ECF account, you'll see those notices start to populate in your account. On your homepage, on the NextChapter Notices tab, you'll see here any unread or unviewed notices. It's really anything that you haven't clicked on. We're in our demo account, so we've already viewed all of the notices that we need to. But you can also see any that have been stored into NextChapter. So just click this View All tab, and then you'll toggle over here to All Notices. And at this point, you can see any and all notices that have been received into NextChapter. We are only receiving notices after you've set up your ECF account with the secondary NextChapter notices email address. So we're only starting to receive those notices going forward. We're not going to backfill any notices that you received prior to setting up your account through NextChapter. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then once we start receiving your notices, as long as we have an exact case number and case name match, we can assign those appropriately. So we can, like if we have an exact case number and case name match to Johnny Appleseed, we'll assign all of those appropriate notices to Johnny Appleseed. However, if you don't have some cases already created in NextChapter, or if maybe the name is slightly different in the notice, you can always assign those yourself. So you can come here and then click on any notices that you want to assign to a specific case. So say we want all three of these assigned to the same case. Click on those three, click Assign Case, and then you can select which one that you want to assign it to. So these are all the ones that you've already started in NextChapter. If you have one that you haven't started yet and you want to just quickly create it here, you can click New Case and then just type the first name, last name, case number, click Create and Assign, and we can start assigning those notices going forward. The same thing applies to if you want to unassign any cases. Just check all of the boxes that you'd like to unassign and click unassign at the top. You can also use this area to search for any notices. So you can search by the subject, document, case name, case number, and then you can also filter them. So that is our NextChapter notices feature. Another cool thing that comes with this is we can extract dates as long as they're in the body of the email, the notice that was received. So a lot of times we see 341 hearings labeled in the body of the email. We can extract those dates and then place them on your calendar. So it's kind of a nice little tool. It helps get dates automatically created without you having to do anything. And then it also eliminates your pacer bill because we store all of those PDFs for you. And then you can just view them at any time with no additional charge. So the next feature we can go over will be the credit report integration feature. This is something that's available regardless of the plan that you're on. Even if you are a Pro or Pro Plus user, you'll still have to come in here and integrate your account if this is something you'd like to do. And there is a one-time fee of $75. So I'll just go over those steps really quickly here. If you are interested in credit report integrations, what that does is it allows you to pull credit reports through NextChapter. So it's a one click and you can pull that report and it will generate the actual report. So you'll see the PDF report in your case. And then it will also take all of those claims from the report and put those into your case in NextChapter. So again, just streamlining the process, making it basically a one-click feature, and then you have all of these creditors that populate in your case. And then we also allow you to move them. So let's say all of them populate on your Schedule F, you can quickly move them throughout your NextChapter account if they need to go to D or E or G. So anyways, to set that up, you'll come here to account settings, and then on credit report integration, you'll see a full application that you have to fill out. Obviously, we're already set up. This is a demo account, so this is what it looks like once you're finished and good to go. So you'll come here, you'll fill out the application, and then you'll just click submit. That application will be submitted to UCS, and then UCS will be in touch for any further steps. As I mentioned before, they do require an on-site visit. So that is something that you'll be coordinating with UCS after you submit the application. And that is the one-time fee of $75. But once your account is approved and that on-site is conducted, you're free to pull reports through NextChapter. And the individual report will be $35, while a joint report is $55. So that's the same, again, no matter what plan you're on, everyone follows those same instructions. The next thing to go over here is NextChapter. So NextChapter is our version of client intake. It allows you to do that virtually, get all that information from your client without having to meet in person. They can just kind of fill out this portal that we have set up for them. And once they fill that out, they send it to you, and you can import all of that information that they've completed directly into their case in NextChapter. So I'll go over how that works, how you get that set up. So the first thing you'll want to do here is come to your account settings, again, NextChapter Client Portal. You'll first be setting up your welcome message, which is just the body of the email that the client will receive. So once you send them that invite to get on their client portal, they'll be sent an email. This will be the body of the email. So you can say, hi, in this email, we include a link to log on to NextChapter. It's a way for you to fill out information. You can just explain what it is and what they need to do. Below that, you'll want to enter your contact information. This is just the signature block that will appear at the bottom of that email. We also allow you to include your logo, so just upload it here. And then we also have the email notification. So you can choose which user is receiving an email notification. That just means that once an invite is sent, someone at the firm will receive a notification from NextChapter that an invite was sent. Same with if the client submits the information they input to the attorney, just any correspondence between NextChapter and my chapter will be, you can determine who that user will be to get that email notification. And then if there's not a specific user or specific email, you can enter a custom one here. We do allow you also to include any mail attachments to that initial email invite. So if you have certain documents that you want your client to review and you want to include them on that initial email invite, you can upload those here. Below that are the different sections that your client will be filling out. So I will show you in a second what it looks like for the client, but these are all of the different fields that they will be asked to fill out. They are all customizable, so we have different instructions that you can input. So right now we have anywhere you've lived in the last 3 years, 4 addresses. That can say whatever you want it to say. Maybe you want them to go back 10 years. Whatever you want, you can type that in there. We also show you or allow you to turn sections on and off if you see this little toggle. Like addresses is probably something that you want to keep on for your clients, but maybe farm and livestock is something that doesn't pertain to them. So you can turn that section off. Once that's turned off, that's just, the client won't even see that. They won't even have the ability to fill it out in their portal. Another section here is the Creditors tab. If you check this box and you are integrated with credit reports, this will only show, or this will show the creditors from the credit report that you've already pulled, if you've already pulled it. But you can also uncheck it. So maybe you want them to thoroughly look through all of their creditors and write down everything. You do whatever you want. You can check it or uncheck it, whether or not you want them to see it. So that's how you customize general settings for your client portal. But if you have one-off clients, maybe something specific for a different client and you want certain fields on and off, you can always customize that directly in their case. And I will show you how to do that in a second as well. So let me show you what the client portal looks like. This is where you'll see the dashboard of all of your clients that have been sent an invite to complete their debtor portal. So you'll see the different statuses, like this is in progress. This is ready to review. So that means that they've submitted it to you. So we'll just take a look at one of these. This one's in progress. This means that it's been sent and the client is free to fill that out. So you'll see here, like I showed you earlier, the different fields that they see and then the different way that they can enter that information. So for addresses, you just click add the address and save it. Again, pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory, but that's how they'll fill out the information. Once they've filled it out completely, they'll click this orange tab, Submit to Attorney. And again, that's when you'll receive a notification, an email notification that someone has submitted their client portal to you. You as the attorney can come back in here into their client portal once it says ready for review, and you can review all of the information that they've input. Now, if you come in here and you think, okay, it looks like they're still missing some information, there will be a tab down at the bottom that says submit back to debtor. And so you can resubmit that to them. You can even include a message that says like, hey, you forgot to fill out this portion, and then they'll receive a notification where they can log back on and fill out that information and submit back to you. Once you've submitted back and forth to each other and everything looks good to go, you'll also see a button down here that says import to NextChapter. When you import that information into NextChapter, it will go directly into their case. So all of the information that they've entered here will go into their case, and then yeah, you don't really have to do much else. But something to keep in mind is that when you do import that information, you can't go back and ask them for more and have them submit it through the portal. Once it's imported, it's final. So you always want to make sure that you have everything in order before actually importing it. And then I will show you what it looks like when you're in the actual case. So we'll go into Johnny Appleseed. And you'll come to your case dashboard and scroll down to client portal. So this person hasn't been invited yet. So let's say that we want to edit their My Chapter from here. You just click that settings wheel, and then maybe we want to turn something off for them. Maybe we want to turn this one off for them. You can absolutely customize it with each case. So when you set it up in account settings, that's just generally how it will go out for everyone. But again, you can always just customize it on a per case level. To invite the debtor, you'll just enter their email here and then click invite, and then they'll receive that welcome email that provides the link for My Chapter. All right, so that about covers it for My Chapter. Now we can go to next message, which is client texting. I'm not sure if I talked about this with My Chapter, but next message and My Chapter are the same in the sense that they are available if you're on our Start Plus or Pro Plus plan. But if you're on just regular Start or regular Pro, you can purchase these a la carte. And if you guys ever have questions about pricing, feel free to chat us or call us, and we can put you in touch with the appropriate sales rep. All right, so next message is a way to send messages through NextChapter to your clients. When you get to this portion of your account settings, if your next message is not set up yet, we just ask you to enter your preferred area code. Like here for Columbus, Ohio, it's 614. I know some people just don't want like an 800 or 900 number texting their clients because it looks like spam. So we do ask you for your preferred area code, and then we generate a number based on that area code. Again, you can select your notification email. So whoever wants to receive notifications that texts are going back and forth between the client and the firm, you'll select that email here. Below that is where you can set up your automated recipes. So that is a way for you to send texts to your clients based on events that they have coming up. And you don't have to, once you have this recipe set up and you have an event saved for your client, you don't have to do anything to text the client. Those texts should automatically go out. So that's another way to, like I said, streamline the process. So the first thing, before creating these recipes, you want to make sure that you have events saved under quick info. So you'll go to your account settings, firm defaults, quick info, and then firm created events. We have a list of kind of generic events that we see for a lot of users, but you can add, delete, edit as many events in here as you want. And these are just events that you would want to track for each of your clients. Like we have people that want to track the initial consultation date, a follow-up date, signing date, post-filing review date. Again, you can customize this however you want. Once these events are set up, you can start creating automated text based on these events. So we'll go back to next message. To create a new recipe, first you'll just click new recipe, but I'm going to go over some that we already have saved. So let's just show consultation reminder. This will be a reminder that you want to send. Here's your options. You can send this as many days, weeks, before, after, whichever event, right here we have it's the initial consultation. So we are setting up an automated recipe that we want to send 2 days before the initial consultation date. You can have this message say whatever you want. So this message content is just the body of the text. So right now it says reminder about our initial consultation meeting, and then you can add a tag for that event date and time. So it's on this event date and time. You can also choose your preferred time of day, chapter. So maybe it only pertains to chapter 13s. You can say only send this text if it's a chapter 13 case, but we'll just mark it for any. And then you'll just title your recipe. So we have it titled Consultation Reminder. So once you have that set up and it's saved, any case that has an event, initial consultation event saved, the client should be receiving a text 2 days before that initial consultation date. You do want to make sure that that date is saved in your case. So I'll show you how to do that. So we'll go into Johnny Appleseed. Again, it will be on your case dashboard. That's where you can see your events. It looks like for this one, this is the initial consultation date. So this is the recipe that we were talking about. The date is saved for September 8th at 11 a.m. Once you enter these dates on your case dashboard, just make sure you click this save icon or else it won't save specifically to your case. So make sure you click that. Once it's saved, you'll also see it appear on your events page. So again, on your case dashboard under events, we have that initial consultation date coming up. So now that it's saved properly and that recipe is saved in your account settings, that text will go out 2 days before this date. So that's a way to just create those automated recipes so you don't really have to think about them too much, but you can also just create those directly in your case. So let's say we want to create a new event for Johnny Appleseed. So you can title it whatever you want. That'll be the title. You enter your event location and then the description of the event. Again, you can select your date and your time. So it's going from this date to this date, from this time to this time. So we can say from 12:30 to 1:30. Now, once you start creating this event, you can say, I actually want to send a text reminder for this event. So you'll just check this box. You can customize how many days you want it to send before. You can also choose to send it maybe 3 hours before. You have the option to do either. And then you'll just enter here whatever you want the text to say. We have this generic pop-up, so it's a reminder about this event on this date and time. But you can absolutely customize it, make it say whatever you want, and then save it and close it. So you can, whatever works best for you. Maybe if you have a random one-off event for your client, this would be an easier way to send a text reminder for your client. But if you have text that you regularly want going out for all of your clients, the account settings recipes is a really great way to set that up. Okay, so the last feature that I'll talk about here is our credit counseling course integration. This one's cool because it is absolutely free and it is available regardless of the plan you're on. What we do here is we are integrated with Debtor Cc. So that's a platform for your debtor to complete the credit counseling course. And once that course is completed, they'll receive a certificate, and then they can also do the post-filing course there too. So the way it works is if you already have an account with Debtor Cc, you'll come to this section under integrations, and then you'll just enter your Debtor Cc credentials, and then you can connect your NextChapter account with Debtor Cc. But if you don't have an account with Debtor Cc yet, that's fine. We have a link if you're not already set up, which this one already is. If you're not already set up, there will be a link that will take you directly to Debtor Cc where you can create your account. And then once it's created, you'll just come back here and you can enter your credentials and connect your account. This works similarly to NextChapter in that to invite them to a course, you'll just first need to make sure you have all of this set up. So you'll want to set up your invitation message. Again, it can say whatever you want, whatever you need it to say to direct your client to click on the link that will be sent. You'll have the option to choose who receives that notification. And then you'll also want to include your contact information that will be your signature block. Once that's saved, you can start inviting clients to Debtor Cc directly from their cases. So they will, when you send an invite, they'll receive an email from you. It will provide a link that will invite them to create their account with Debtor Cc, where they can then complete their course. That will also be on the case dashboard. It works just like my chapter, and that you can just invite them straight from the dashboard. Then once they've been invited, you'll have a Debtor Cc dashboard, just like you have this client portal dashboard. So the Debtor Cc dashboard shows all of your clients that have been sent an invite, and then it also shows the status that they're at. It also shows whether or not they have completed their course and received their certificates. So we can see like this one's at 70%, it's not completed, but this one is 100% complete, and you can see they have their post-filing and pre-filing courses completed. You can download those certificates directly from here, but we also show them in each case. So through Debtor Cc, once they've completed their course and received their certificate, we automatically upload that certificate to your client's document storage, and it has the appropriate event codes selected already too. So if you go into their case, click on additional documents, go to client document storage, you can see that both of these credit counseling courses have been completed, and then we automatically assigned the credit counseling event code to it. So again, it's something that just eliminates a lot of steps for you. You don't have to go back and retrieve any of the certificates or information from the client. It kind of all is just they're doing some work for you. Same with my chapter with the client portal. They're doing a lot of the work for you. You just have to click to import the information. So those are some really handy tools. And that about covers it for my Automate Your Firm webinar. If you guys have any questions, I'm checking over here. It looks like I haven't seen any questions come through yet, but if you have any other questions, feel free to chat us, call us, email us. If you guys haven't already done so, there is a chat feature that we have. It's available down at the bottom right of your screen in your account NextChapter. It's just that orange icon. Let me see if I can get to it. I clicked off of my screen, sorry guys. It's this orange icon where you can send a quick message. So you just click send message. But other than that, I think we're good. If you guys, again, have any questions, let me know. But thank you for joining me today. Bye.